Thank you, Rach. Wherever you are, I'm really sorry about that night in the restaurant. It won't happen again. Anyway, it's nice to be here. Anyone here from Vancouver? Oh, okay, good. That's good to know. If anyone here ever gets to New York, please let me know. I promise we'll get you on the show, and we will stab you later in the show. First, it was very kind of everyone to put me on here. So I've been thinking a lot about the future. One of the strange things about the future is by the time you finish talking about it, it's already past. So it's a little bit confusing because you can't stay in front of it. But I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping it was going to be like the Jetsons' future. That was like what I really wanted. I wanted to see. You guys remember? You guys know the Jetsons? I know I'm a little older than everyone here, but I'm hoping that people have seen it. So you remember they had those ships that used to like defecate out floors of a building, right? That was like the coolest thing to me. I was like, that is exactly what I want to see. I want to see ships like just dropping buildings out of the sky. I wanted that pneumatic tube that Elroy took to school. You know, you're like, and you're gone, right? That was the perfect transportation for me, and everything else is just disappointing. Like, now we have these elevators. Every morning I have an elevator etiquette game. It's like going into a sociologist experiment, right? Doors open, you get in there, and there are all these people already in there. There's some weird odor that you're not quite sure if it belongs in the elevator or someone brought it with them. Then you have to decide, am I going to tell this guy my plans for the day? Right? Do you want to just reach over and hit the button, or, hi, can you please press number 4, please? That would be great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, yes, now we have to make the small talk even going further. So the elevator is going up, and the doors begin to open, and more people are coming on, and we finally reach that sweet spot where there's just enough people and just enough free space, and everyone's comfortable, and then it happens. The next floor, the doors open, and there's someone who's obviously too large to fit on the elevator, right? We're all standing there and we're all saying, well, if one person moves, then we all have to move. Nobody moved. Everyone wait, and then it happens. One person goes, sure. We all start squeezing together as if our genitals have some magnetic dipoles that won't let us align to each other. You know, we don't want to be all up in each other's business. And it's strange, and we think, okay, we're done, but then there's more. Wait, hold the elevator, please. Please, hold it. Am I willing to disappoint these 9 people I just met for someone who I don't even know yet? It's a mystery date theater. And the elevator goes on, and then finally, people start decanting off the elevator with that familiar twister game. Oh, I have to get out, but I don't want to move off the elevator because then I'll get swept away and won't be able to get back on. So that's another mode of transportation that I'm just not happy with. And again, the pneumatic tubes would be great. The other thing that I think are overrated are the whole plane ride situation. Like aside from TSA, I'm not going to riff on them here because I don't think that's fair. That's just like low-hanging fruit. But the thing on the plane that drives me a little crazy is the sort of bathroom visitation planning. You know, you're sitting between 2 recently acquainted narcoleptic, sleep apneic individuals, each of whom are trying to pull some Middle Eastern shit on the armrest. You know, no, that's my space, no, that's your space, right? And then finally you decide, okay, I had one too many cans of drink from the stewardess, so I'm going to do a triple Salchow over this guy, land in the aisle, and then try to figure out how I can get unobstructed away from these Pac-Man cart stewardesses. Right, they're going this way and that way, and I gotta run around like I'm some ghost chasing a cherry. But finally you get there and you're overwhelmed by that great smell of wintergreen as the door opens and closes. You finally make it in there and you say, wow, as a society, we've finally gotten worse than the porta potty. Right, the porta potty was the worst place I could ever imagine going to the bathroom, and now we've taken it, put it 30,000 miles up in the air at 700 miles an hour. Right? We've taken a society of people, the men in the audience, who can't shoot straight when they're standing on solid ground, and said, hey, you can do this, right? This is going to turn out great. So you're finally in there and you're doing whatever it is you do, and there's some engineer who's decided how long you get the shit for. And if you're on there too long, hell, your genitals are getting evicted, right? There's a vacuum phenomenon that's just coming out. On the plane ride out here from New York, it almost reversed my circumcision. It was like such a strong suction downward effect that I just couldn't, okay, you're done, you get up, you're starting to use the sink, you're trying to figure out how do I actually get soap and water on the same time, and you realize that the handle to get out of the bathroom is strangely wet. And that's just a bad feeling overall. So I appreciate everyone, this is supposed to be relaxing, but it hasn't, it's not always as relaxing as you want it to be. I used to watch TV. I don't know, does anyone here watch TV? It's a box upstairs in their house. So it was great because we had this thing called a VCR. Again, I'm a little older. We had this VCR. Once you got the clock to stop blinking, you could semi-reliably record some shows. Like maybe you would get, 40% of the shows you wanted to record. But then that was it. That's all you had. And now with DVR, you set it and forget it. And you get all these shows that are just building up, and suddenly this thing that you did for relaxation is now a chore. I'm 3 episodes behind in Game of Thrones and 4 in Breaking Bad, and if I don't watch them now, then there's going to be spoilers on the internet, so I have to take a day off of work and just binge through these things, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to go to work ever again. Everyone's going to ruin it for me. So we've ruined TV. I'd like to think as a society, whoa, thank you, that was very sweet of you. No. We've ruined TV. So at least we can do this, and spending this time with you guys, it's better than the therapy I get in New York. So I appreciate that, and I'm getting flashed by the guy in the back, which I think means I'm supposed to end up. So thank you all, have a good night.